Ready?
Rolling.
Yes, we're back in Sandbox Studios for another episode of the Kiss My Ace podcast. I'm your favorite girl, Alicia West, or better known as Ace. And for this episode, we're going to switch it up a little bit. And you can pretty much consider this a girl power conversation because we got the girls here. These aren't the regular girls. These are girls with double X's in there. So Gxxrls. A creative agency within Toronto. Welcome to Sandbox Studios, ladies.
Hey! What up?
There's a lot of estrogen in here. Sorry, KR. Shout out to the engineer. Only male. And Jada. So yeah, do you guys just want to go around and introduce yourselves in a little breakdown of what you guys do?
Sure. I'm Sandra. I co-founded Girls, and I'm also a graphic designer.
I'm Yasmin. I also co-founded Girls, and I'm also a graphic designer.
I'm Jessica, and I'm the local web designer, and I also do graphic design.
I'm Kelsey, and I am the DJ.
I felt like you tried to be a little seductive.
I was like,
She's like, I gotta, turn it up a little bit.
Raspy.
That's good though. That's like perfect for radio podcast kind of stuff. So, you got it down. So welcome. I wanna no problem. Anytime. I wanna start off by what is Girls and why it got started?
Oh, okay. So, in Toronto specifically, I've noticed that, the male creatives are more predominant. You see someone like Brian Espiritu, who's the owner of Legends League. He's killing it in the graphic design field. So I met Yaz through a friend, and I messaged her and I said, hey, I want to get together a team of girls who want to create things and support each other and just basically push the message of women empowerment. But yeah, so then we just got our friends together and created Girls.
Created a little girl gang.
Yeah.
You guys are kind of diverse all over the place from music, because there's also a photographer, a makeup artist, a stylist.
Yes,
right?
we couldn't make it. Sorry, Bianca, Carla, and Natalia.
Shout out.
You're here in spirits.
Yes, here in spirit. So what are some of your goals collectively for this group?
I think we definitely in the future really want to, target the youth and have workshops for younger girls and tell them, you can do more than just work in an office. You can become a coder, you can be a designer, you can be a DJ, whatever you want to do. We want to give them that freedom and that experience to test out these different things. And yeah, we definitely just want to work with more women. It's just, we need to help each other, get each other the jobs that we want to get. It's there's no point of living your life hating what you do. Mm-hmm. So why not, just get together and do what you do.
Join forces?
Yeah, together.
How do you guys think that female empowerment has helped elevate your careers?
Well, personally, with Girls, the fact that, it's a bunch of friends, each other's friends that come together and be able to create stuff, the environment that we have when we get together, it's just so natural. It's not forced. So I feel when you do have that energy and that chemistry, you're able to create things at an easier, calmer, be able to think of things a little bit better. People have different opinions and different ideas and stuff like that. So if someone comes to me with a different idea, it may be better than my idea. So that's why I wanted it to be just a different array of, a DJ, a coder, because they may have different ideas than what I have. So just being around that, it feels so empowering.
Definitely. I agree.
You co-sign. How do you guys stay inspired? Because I know working in creative fields, it can get, especially when you're working a lot, it can get draining. And I feel sometimes you guys need, that pep.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think what's unique about us is we all have full-time jobs that are not necessarily in the field that we want to be in. So Girls is kind of our creative outlet. It's kind of our chance to really be inspired by the girls around us and to do projects that we're actually passionate about. That's what I think drives us.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
Ultimately get to do what you're passionate about.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
In terms of like, I guess working in, I don't know if you guys have worked corporate or if you guys do work corporate. Do you guys ever feel the pressure being a woman going into like, say meetings and trying to, I guess like say what you have to do and be confident in that?
It's funny, like I work with all guys pretty much in a production company, and I was just talking to one of them the other day, similar about this, and he was like, I feel like you don't feel that way at all, and I was just like, I don't, like I know that I know my shit and that I'm confident, so it's like if you're gonna question me about it, it's like I have the answers, like, and plus my parents, like my dad was like, raised me to be like, who are you? A butcher. So I just rap.
Yeah. So I do a lot of like online marketing, and a lot of people try to like sell me on stuff, and they'll come meet with me. And I think my favorite part of that is like coming out of the office and like meeting these like old professional guys and being like, hi, and they're probably looking at me like this little 12-year-old girl, like what? And they're the ones trying to sell me on stuff. So I feel like that's really empowering and nice to be like, I actually know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
And yeah.
What I say matters.
Yeah,
What about you,
exactly.
Kels? Like you work in a pretty much boys club. You're a DJ.
Yeah.
Majority of DJs are males. How do you feel being one of the only females and I guess top females in the city? Take it while you can.
Honestly, it's like really hard. Like guys can be like disrespectful and like gross and stuff like that. But I think like the whole female empowerment thing, like just being around girls that genuinely, like we were saying before, support each other, that definitely helps me out. And I also kind of like hold my own, like how I said, so I'm not really scared of them.
Yeah. How do you guys deal with those sexist type of guys who are kind of gross and icky in situations?
I probably don't deal with it that way, so if you don't want to ask me. I probably handle it
I need a story.
I probably just cuss them out, type thing, you know, and I just tell them about themselves. But I mean, sometimes I do actually just brush it off, and that's really annoying. But
Because I can only imagine. I assume that you get the promoters, like the guys who are working in the club, like securities. You get the people who are just in the club trying to say all these things, right?
Yeah.
And then on
Times
social
where,
media
like,
as well.
People
I can
are
more brush
surprised
off
that she's
that I'm a
DJ.
DJ. They usually think I'm bottle service when I walk in.
Oh my god.
And I'm just like, no, where am I supposed to set up?
Listen,
Like,
don't disrespect me.
yeah, they're like, oh, you're the DJ. But I could more brush off like the creeps than like the disrespect towards like my DJing skill. I think that's when I'll get like a little more heated.
Yeah. When people are trying to say you like shit or something.
Yeah.
Like, don't play that
Or
way.
underpay me and stuff, you know.
Or try to underpay you?
Yeah, just like.
Have you dealt with that often? Because I mean, I feel like we all kind of.
I think sometimes it's hard as a girl to negotiate, to talk about money with men.
Do you guys feel the same way? Have you guys ever been in that position where you felt like you needed to try to, you know?
No, I feel like as freelance anything, designer, photographer, you always go through those struggles of, you know, how much do I charge, or like what's my hourly rate. But I feel like out of all of us, Kels gets
Gets the
Gets
most.
it the most. Yeah.
Yeah.
It was really like an eye-opening thing for me. Like I was like, wow, like people actually like talk to you this way, or like people actually have this opinion of you, or like without even meeting you or like talking to you. It's just like, where do you get this from? Where do you get this idea or this opinion of someone?
I'm not surprised because I feel like women in entertainment roles, like they have to deal with it all the damn time.
Yeah.
It's in the other roles when people are like, in like the corporate roles, where they're like, oh yeah, we don't get paid as much. And I was like, oh really? Like, I wouldn't really know. I don't know. You don't feel it as much, right? The disrespect isn't as there. It's more like undercover.
Yeah.
So, sorry guys. So moving on a little bit, shifting gears in terms of like being a woman, a working woman, how do you guys see that in your relationships? Is it hard for you guys to find significant others that are supportive of your careers and are kind of on the same level?
Yes.
Point blank period.
No, it actually for me personally, like I've been in relationships where like, you know, I've had that person who is very supportive and is kind of doing like we're in the same boat type of thing. So we understood what each person was going through, but maybe for, you know, him being a male, it was a lot easier for him to find certain jobs and stuff like that versus being a female. But I mean, being single now, it's like, I don't know if it's because I'm not looking for someone, but I don't know. I've been through it, so I can't say it's not possible.
Yeah, like for me, like my boyfriend is a copywriter in an advertising agency, so like I feel like, I don't know, he's super supportive of me, but it's interesting to hear, because his art director, his partner is a woman, and to hear how she's treated so differently. As comparison, like he's like, yeah, I know I get paid way more than her, and I get credit for things where it was like both of our ideas, and it's just like me hearing, I'm like, that's so shitty. And I mean, I would love for you to like stand up for her, but she also needs to stand up for herself, type of deal. But like I just get, like he's super supportive of me being in the creative industry and like gets it, which is really good, I think.
Well, shout out to you, because I don't know, I'm all the way single, and
Which you I swear I'm gonna be single the rest of my life.
Thinking about it, and I just know for me personally, and some of even my friends, we just haven't been able to find that person who's on the same level mentally and who can understand what we want to do. I feel like a lot of guys this generation, they say they want one thing, but then they go to the other, and it's like, I'm not about to be that other. I'm gonna be over here, and holler at me when you're ready.
It's true. It's true. Girls nowadays are more mature than guys.
They've always been more mature than guys.
Yes, for sure.
Sorry, KR, man. Sorry.
You're the exception.
Okay, so if you guys were a boy for one day, what would you guys do?
If I were
Oh,
what would I do?
I don't even know.
I feel like
Really?
I mean, experience.
I'd try out for the NBA. That's what I would do.
Experiencing, I guess, from a male perspective of, you know, what we do in the creative fields, see like, you know, how they're treated and how they're talked to or how they're paid. I think that, I don't know.
I don't know, I feel like I'd be bored.
Like,
I've never once in my life, I'm like, I wonder what it's like to be a boy.
yeah.
That sounds hell boring.
Really? Maybe because I played basketball. Like, I really just wanted to try out for the NBA. Try to make something happen. Okay, I want to play a little game of this or that.
Cool.
Okay. Have you guys?
I love games.
You guys know what it is? No? Yeah?
Explain it.
No. So I'll just give you like two different things and you say which one you would rather have or whatever or do. Okay? So, since I think we're all like 90s babies, I think. Spice Girls or TLC?
Oh,
Okay,
no, I gotta go Spice Girls because I like had everything. Like movies.
Do you remember those lollipops with the
Yes. No, I had everything. I had